everyone! Welcome back to Ms. V's channel, where we explore the exciting world of art. Today, we're diving into an important topic, the elements of art. These are essentially the building blocks of every artwork, whether you're painting, drawing, sculpting, or even designing digitally. So, let's break it down together. There are 7 main elements of art: line, shape, form, space, texture, value, and color. First up, we have line. Lines are everywhere. They can be thick, thin, curved, zigzagged, or even dotted. Artists use lines to guide the viewer's eyes, create movement, and build a foundation for their work. Lines can also be used to express emotions. Soft, curved lines might feel calm, while sharp, jagged lines can feel energetic or intense. By combining different types of lines, artists can create patterns, textures, and depth, making their artwork come alive. Take a look at an important example of line being used by a famous artist, Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night. In this painting, notice how Van Gogh uses swirling, curved lines to create movement in the sky. The lines guide your eyes around the stars and give a sense of motion, as if the wind is flowing through the scene. These lines also help create texture and emotion, making the painting feel alive and dynamic. Next up is shape. Shapes are flat and two-dimensional, like circles, squares, and triangles. They can be geometric, structured, and precise, or they can be organic, free-flowing, and natural. Artists use shapes to build composition, create balance, and communicate ideas or emotions. Geometric shapes often feel organized and stable, while organic shapes can feel more dynamic or playful. Let's take a look at an important example of shape being used by a famous artist, Henri Matisse's The Snail. In this artwork, Matisse uses bold, colorful organic shapes arranged in a spiral pattern. Each shape is cut from paper and layered to create a playful, dynamic composition. The organic shapes in the snail feel free and expressive, inviting viewers to explore the artwork with their eyes. Then we have form. Form is like shape, but in 3D. Think of a sphere instead of a circle, or you can think of a cube instead of a square. Form adds depth and dimension to your artwork, making it feel more lifelike and tangible. Artists use form to create the illusion of space and volume, making their work pop off the canvas. Let's take a look at an important example of form being used by a famous artist, Paul Cézanne's Still Life with Apples. In this painting, Cézanne uses shading and perspective to give the apples and other objects a 3-dimensional appearance. The rounded forms of the apples feel real and solid, as if you could reach out and pick one up. This shows how artists can use form to create depth even in 2-dimensional works. Next is space. Space is all about where things are placed in your artwork. Artists use space to create depth, make things look close or far away, and balance the composition. Space can be positive, the subject of the artwork, or negative, the empty areas around it. By combining positive and negative space, artists guide the viewer's eye and create dynamic compositions. Let's take a look at an important example of space being used by Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. In this painting, Leonardo uses linear perspective to create a sense of depth, with all the lines leading to a single vanishing point behind Jesus. The arrangement of the figures and the empty space around them creates balance and draws your attention to the center of the scene. This shows how artists can use space to focus the viewer's attention and add realism to their work. Now let's talk about texture. Texture refers to how something feels or looks like it would feel. In art, we can create texture that looks real, like the soft fur of a cat or the rough bark of a tree, or we can use texture to add visual interest. Artists can use techniques like layering paint, scratching into surfaces, or using patterns to create the illusion of texture. We are going to look at an important example of texture being used by Vincent van Gogh's Wheatfield with Cypresses. In this painting, Van Gogh uses thick, swirling brushstrokes to create texture that mimics the movement of the wind and the roughness of the landscape. The textured paint gives the scene energy and makes the fields, trees, and sky feel alive. This technique is called impasto, and it's a great way to add depth and emotion to a piece of art. Next up is value. Value refers to the lightness or darkness of a color. In art, understanding value is essential because it helps create depth, contrast, and mood in a piece. Artists can manipulate value to create the illusion of three-dimensionality, highlight important elements, or convey specific emotions. We are going to look at an important example of value being used in a work by Claude Monet, such as his painting Impression Sunrise. In this artwork, Monet uses a range of values to depict the soft morning light as it reflects off the water. The lighter hues in the sky and water contrast with the darker silhouettes of the boats, creating a sense of depth and atmosphere. This play of light and dark not only captures the beauty of the scene, but also evokes feelings of tranquility and serenity. By mastering value, artists can transform their art into compelling visual narratives. And finally, we have color. Color brings art to life. It includes hue, value, and intensity, and it can show feelings, create focus, or just make your artwork stand out. Colors can make us feel different things. Warm colors like red and yellow can feel exciting, while cool colors like blue and green can feel calming. Let's look at how the famous artist, Johannes Vermeer, used color in his painting Girl with a Pearl Earring. In this artwork, Vermeer uses soft, warm colors to create a sense of intimacy. The rich blues and yellows highlight the girl's face and the stunning pearl earring, drawing our attention to her expression. The way he balances light and shadow gives depth to the painting, making it feel alive. By using color well, Vermeer created a piece that connects with viewers emotionally. Color can turn a simple picture into a powerful message. Now that you know about the elements of art, try to find them in your favorite artworks or even in your own creations. Remember, these elements work together like a team to help you share your ideas, making your art not just something to look at, but something to feel. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Stay creative, and I'll see you next time on Ms. V's channel.